Hey guys, everybody. Um, I I'm kind of spamming double videos today. Well, I figured I might as well upload this um, because um, I don't think there's like a whole lot of time left anyway, so I might as well like upload it as long as our welfare is at the degree that people can actually be watching streaming internet and have time to look at YouTube. Um, I'm currently holding my phone here because my wife is using the cell phone tripod, and I didn't feel like going to the car. Um, yeah, so God reminded me of a pretty cool sequence of events um, that I've sort of not really made a very good video on. Um, on my older videos, I was thinking also, like, God, I'd like to upload another film because um, there's so many cool things that he showed me, but I haven't really been able to put them on video because again, some things I'm a little bit reserved to talk about, but now I'm feeling very comfortable with it because I'm sort of used to it. And this one's really cool anyway, so um, uh, yeah. Oh, in my older videos, in I used to have like some edited video intros with music and the outros with music, and I have all these different animations that I found, and I didn't make them myself. Obviously, I just sort of found them, but they reference to things that correlate with either things that God showed me in a dream or in waking state visions or events, and it's sort of like my little ode to a conversation God has had with me. And obviously, the images that you see in those videos are completely subject to the availability of things I can find on the internet, and so they're not nearly as cool, but they're so. Uh, but mm, uh, let's see, 2019. Um, Again, when I was sort of going through many months of being completely um, uh, tormented. Uh, I mean, this isn't just in the mental state. This is, this is in reality too. It's them telling you that you're not gonna get anywhere and you can't go and escape this. Blah 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 blah, and constantly telling me to, that I mean, I had ambition in my life, right? Like trying to get a nice job and position and stuff and title, and I worked really hard for it, but they weren't gonna let me go anywhere, and then I got to a state where I was like, yo, I just want my peace and quiet, but they wouldn't give me that either. So, and I didn't know how to get away from it. Anyway, so God shows up, and then I got all these wow. Um, and I remember a sequence of dreams night in where I'd be sleeping at night in my bed, and in my mind, in my dream state, God would show up, or the spirit of God would show up. At this stage, I never had any dreams where I saw things visually. I would just know in my chest that He was there, and they would usually be pretty heavily charged thoughts, feelings, and sort of things that are happening in some dreams. I mean, I don't remember them so well because again, they weren't like the dreams where I was taken to heaven to be shown something or something like that. Like it wasn't like a visual thing. I guess it was just God showing me that he can show up in many ways, and I have this perception to pick him up. But when that happened, I remember I would wake up and just be like, whoa, that was God, wasn't it? That was God. And right when I was thinking that was God, right outside my window, massive lightning super close to my apartment. Kabam! Lightning strike. And it would be super close to my window, you know? And I thought, wow. And just as I had the thought, that must have been God. Right outside. And then I just thought, whoa, great, awesome, wow, you know, and I go back to sleep. And then maybe a couple days later, same thing, I'm sleeping. And then I wake up, or in my sleep, I get one of these knocking. God's knocking, he's close, he's there. And I wake up and I thought, that must be God. Just as I had the thought, another lightning strike. And I thought, whoa, okay, this stuff doesn't just happen coincidentally twice, you know? Maybe once, but not twice. And again, about a week, maybe a week and a half later, I'm sleeping, and then the presence is there, and I'm shaken awake, like, that's him again, that's him, it's God. I wake up, bam, lightning strike outside of my window. 3 times. I have to be a moron to think that this is coincidental. What are the odds? You know? What are the odds, you know? And then some months later, before I left my job to go take the new job in Italy, I'm sitting in the office, and I'll get a little bit more in detail to what was happening in the office there and how I figured out that they were teleporting people and stuff. And there was some things like portals, at least over there. I live in an apartment where outside of my apartment I would see the main office complex where I was stationed at the time. And again, it's a big company. It's the biggest company in this part of this country, at least. And I noticed, you know, they're like pedophiles and stuff, you know, like, but I'll make another video about that, and how I came to know that. But usually they're not gonna let you know. I mean, you can try to blow the whistle on them, but what the heck does it matter, because they own everything. Nobody's gonna get persecuted for that, and nobody's gonna listen to this guy, that's for sure. I'm just one dude that lost his mind, right? So I'm not a threat to them. But it was very, very heavy in the office, and then one day I was at my desk and I thought, you guys are messing with my brain. I'm no longer gonna take this. And yeah, I should have just quit. I should have just quit and gone on the dole. We have a very generous worker comp here in this country, but I don't want to. I got half Asian genes, man. I can't do that to my parents. I can't just, you know, they're gonna be so disappointed if I can't explain why I left my job, you know. And plus I got a mortgage and all that, and then I got to convince my wife that I haven't lost it mentally, you know. And at that time I don't think she was 100% convinced. So I just dropped everything on my desk. I said, guys, if you guys are going to continue doing this, what's the point of me even sitting here? I'm going home. And if any of you guys got any problems with that, fire me, you know? So I drop my stuff, I leave, and on my way out too, people there would be like, yeah, he's taking off, you know. Well, people I don't even know, right? They'd like follow me because they're like, it's kind of cool that he's like not giving in, you know. But then again, they're kind of annoying at the same time because they probably hate your guts. So like I'd be like, no, I'm not gonna buckle in for if you throw me women. I'm not interested in that. Don't get in my way and then not have me advance and then tell me that if I do this, then I will advance. I'm like, yo, I'm smart enough myself. I can make my own money. Get out of my way, and it's all good. I don't want you to bother me, you know. So I'd be really angry with this crew, but I keep it all like, you know, locked up because I would still be sort of like, well, I can still mess this up by physically acting out, because then they'd be like, nutcase, right? I mean, the odd the cards are still stacked against me. So I'd leave, and then the next day would be the same thing. I'd go into the office, and it's hour after hour, half the day goes by, and I haven't even had a moment to think straight because they're just blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, guys, stop, you know, what's the deal? What's the point? And they're like, ha 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 ha. Is it women you want? And then out of nowhere, beautiful women would be walking right next to my cubicle. And I'm like, no, I'm not interested in women. Is it, are you homosexual? And then, you know, dudes would be walking by. I'm like, no, I'm not homosexual. I don't know where you picked up on those vibes. I'm straight. And like, are you pedophile? Are you into little children? I was like, no. And you would hear laughter of children in the office, and they would run by your cubicle. They're basically telling you what you're hearing in your brain is happening for reals. Yes, this is on, and we're trying to buy you. We're trying to figure out a way to make you join us because we got you. We're not gonna let go, but we need you to buy into it. We need you to say yes or no. I said, leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm out of here. What's wrong with you guys? This is totally wrong, you know? Hey, whatever. I'd be like, is this even legal, you know? And they had cops show up multiple times just to tell me I got nowhere to go, you know? And so I'd leave again the next day. And this happened like about a month went by, and about half the days out of the week I just take off like 1:30 in the afternoon. I was like, this is it, this is over. But nobody would come and reprimand or nothing like that, because I'm like, yeah, you know what's going on, right? Why like, I'd just be like, they never even said anything, you know? Don't, why would they, right? If they ever did, I'd just be like, I guess you gotta fire me then. I get better benefits if I don't quit, if you fire me, you know? One day, right before I end up, you know, trying to find a new job, I go home and I'm looking out the window and I can see the office right down about 2 kilometers from my apartment. And it's actually right in front of my place. And then I felt God in my mind and His presence again. And I was like, God, what am I supposed to do? You know, what am I supposed to do? What's going on? Why won't you get me out of here, you know? And as that was happening, I thought, God. And He's like, look. And I look. And just as I look in front of the building, lightning strikes it. Boom! And then I thought, is that really you, God? Is this it? I thought, God's fighting for me. And it's like, look again. And I look. Bam! Another lightning strike. And the complex starts smoking. Something caught on fire. And I was like, that's right, you little punks. He's coming. He's knocking you down, and there's nothing you can do. And things got a little bit better after that. But, yeah. I think he was giving him a right all smack. But, so the next day, yeah, there was a little bit of a bigger crowd, like, you know. But eventually, yeah, the story continues, and what must occur, so the story must continue. So, but that happened. So there was a lightning reference, and I just prayed to God again, and just to make sure that he wanted me to share, or that it was okay to share, and he's like, yeah, go for it. And that's why I got a bunch of lightning in my intros in my previous videos. His voice thundereth and his spirit thunders, right? All right. Cool, guys. I thought I'd share. Hope you guys enjoy. God's fighting for us. Pray. And all glory to the kingdom. All glory to Jesus Christ. All right, guys. Bye.